Hey folks, this video is all about the Zman DieZel Chatterbait and how I use it to catch redfish, speckled trout, and flounder here in Florida. Have I mentioned the chatterbait on this channel before? This little fishy ate a chatterbait. Let's throw the old chatterbait. Let's chatter it up. 2 casts with a chatterbait, and this chatterbait, redfish on chatterbait. So I put on a chatterbait. They're loving the chatter. Another one on the chatterbait. Got a speck on the chatterbait. I'm using the chatterbait today. Got one on the chatterbait, folks. Chatterbait, chatterbait. Who doesn't love a chatterbait though, right? On the chatterbait, again, baby. All right, good. Well, we're gonna talk about what it is and how I use it. We're gonna see it in action catching these inshore slam species around here, and we're gonna watch some video that captures the sound and action of this incredible little lure. So hey, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and give us a like if you like. Let's start the show. Well hey folks, it's Greg from the Fish Jam Laugh channel. Today we're going to be talking about a bladed jig head called a chatterbait. It's made by Zman. In particular, we're going to be talking about the DieZel Chatterbait that's geared towards saltwater inshore fishing. Alright, well first let's just look at what this is. So, it is a 1/4 ounce jig head. It's got some nice little stainless keeper barbs right here to hold on to those soft plastics that you use it with. On the front of it, it's got this metal blade that is perpendicular to the jig head. That rattles back and forth as you pull the jig through the water, creates a lot of commotion, is able to call fish in from a long distance away, especially in lower visibility type situations. Then at the very front, it's got this little clip eye for attaching your main line. You can either tie your main line directly to this eyelet right here, or if you've already got a leader on, say you're using a fluorocarbon leader, sure, go ahead, fluorocarbon leader right to this too, works just as well. It's meant to be paired with a 4 or 5 inch paddle tail, typically style trailer. I like to use these Zman paddlers actually. Always produced a really good action for me, caught tons of fish, flounder, specks, and redfish, all on this little guy right here, whether it's this Houdini color. A lot of times I'll also use like kind of a bluer or a smoky type color. Either one works really well. All right, well second, what does it do? It makes a lot of noise underwater. You can feel that chatterbait blade going da-da-da-da-da. So as this blade is pulled through the water, it's gonna deflect from side to side. That's where you get your chatter from and a lot of your flash from, say if you've got a gold or a silver blade. If you want less flash in the presentation, again, they even have black bladed jig heads for you to use. After you've rigged it with the soft plastic lure of your choice, you've got a few options as to how to use it. In most cases, I just use a straight retrieve, just as you would a traditional spinnerbait. Another method you can use is just to pretend this is a plain old jig head. The old twitch pause still works with this chatterbait, and it can be a very effective way of keeping that bait in the strike zone long enough for the fish to find it. So you're just poking around between grass beds on a flat or something like that. You can just twitch and let this thing sit in the middle of a pothole so that everything around gets a good look at it. Again, just leaving it in that strike zone a little bit longer to give these fish a chance to pick it up. And the bonus to using this method of the twitch pause is you are going to pick up your occasional flounder using that too. When you let it sit on the bottom, give them a chance to catch up, they're going to track it down as well. Finally, when should I use it? Well, I'll be the first to admit that I was kind of late to the game in discovering how effective these bladed jig heads can actually be. My list of scenarios that calls for a chatterbait has actually expanded quite a bit lately. I was always so concerned about a natural presentation of artificial lures because of the environment that I do most of my fishing in. Typically shallow grass flats on really bright whitish green silica sand bottom. This gives the appearance of gin clear water, but lateral visibility in these waters is never quite what you think it's going to be. Even in this clear water, typically there's a good amount of silt, and that limits the visibility sometimes down to a few feet. So that chattering sound helps draw attention to the lure and essentially expands the amount of water that you're fishing. Fish associate these clicking sounds with fleeing shrimp and baitfish schools, so in some cases you'll catch fish because they were able to first hear the bait and then track it down to eat it. Don't worry, you're not going to scare the fish with this. I'm always surprised by the number of small fish that follow this lure, pecking at it the entire retrieve. If they're not scared of it, a hungry game fish isn't going to be scared of it either. Alright, now to the fun part. Let's watch this chatterbait catch some red specks and flounder. I think I may have just gotten the flounder thump. Uh-oh, did I? What's up? Uh-oh. Who is it? Oh, baby. Oh, he got the flounder thump, y'all. Caution, everybody. Flounder season, baby. Having this blade on here is a really good thing. It makes a lot of noise underwater. It actually scoots up a bunch of sand. It just looks great when it's on the retrieve. And here we are. Flounder, baby. Woo! Got one on the chatterbait, folks. This is more than a flounder. More than a flounder. And you know, I was slowing down for a flounder until I just didn't get any more hits or whatever, and so I just changed everything up. Went to a faster retrieve, and I've got what looks to be, or what feels like anyway, a redfish coming in here. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Come on in here. Come on, Mr. Redfish. Come on. He's fighting like he's more than he is. All right, come on. All right. There we go. Look how silver you are. It's funny how, you know, they call these things redfish, but man, they can really take on a lot of different colors depending on what they're eating, where they're living, what their habitat is. You know, in this case, we've got a really, you know, just a pretty, very silvery redfish right here. A lot of times when they're in these open sand areas, they're more likely to be this color, but when they're in a more marshy area, they'll be a lot more orange. So it's just crazy how, whoa, hey now, sorry. My bad, man. I don't know what it is. Oh, it is not something small. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, that is not something small either.
No, sir.
Oh, look at it.
He's a beauty.
Oh, look at this Gulf flounder right here, people. Wow. Told you this is about where you start to catch flounder. Catch fish.
Oh.
All right, folks, I've got some of that old familiar tension that starts when a flounder hits. I'm gonna reel down to the flounder and then set the hook once real quick, straight up. All right, so hopefully at this point we got a flounder. It feels like one. Oh, baby. Bring me a flounder during the flounder run. It feels like a flounder, folks. Is that what this is? Is that what this is? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a flounder. Folks, 2 casts with a chatterbait and I'm on. 2 casts. I'm thinking this is a red. Probably a nice red. I just didn't feel like there was a whole lot going on, so I'm like, okay, what can I throw out there that's got about the biggest profile I can throw without being ridiculous? And this chatterbait fit the bill. Oh yeah, what do we got? Yeah, it looks like a red. We got a little red coming in here. All right, it's got a little bit more in them, then we'll bring them on in. Come here, redfish. Come here, little redfish. So here it is. Redfish on chatterbait. That's a secret right there. Big profile, covering lots of water. Want to make as big a presentation as we can this morning because there aren't a whole lot of fish out here. Nice little spots on this guy. Anything special on the other side? No? Just some more spots. So I just kind of felt like I needed to be fishing with something a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So I put on a chatterbait.
Okay.
With a Z-Man trailer. Second cast. I mean, probably 2 or 3 wobbles into the retrieve. Nailed it. So
well, let's see if that's the magic.
yeah, let's see if that's gonna be our ticket. Oh, you just go right on. You go. I sure do. I think I was still rolling too. Something likes the chatterbait, baby. Man.
Another red?
Another red. Not a big one, but they're here. They're loving the chatter. Ah, he's green. Little puppy red here. Or rat red, rather. I guess they call him puppy black drum, but rat red. Anyway, here's this morning's rat.
There you go.
There you go. Ooh, chatterbait. Hello. All right. All right, I got plenty of room over here to let this fish, whatever it is, do whatever it's gonna do. Looks like a red though. This is something to be happy about, folks. Again, the chatterbait, man. The chatterbait. Oh yeah. Oh. Well, loving this, folks. Loving this. Only about 20 minutes in and we got a good one. Oh, look at you. Oh, look at you. Hey, hey, look at this fishy right here. This little fishy ate a chatterbait. All right. Ah, great morning already. Awesome way to start the day. Let's get him back. See ya. So folks, on that one, it was just a straight retrieve with the chatterbait. No jigging, no nothing. Just a very straight, slow retrieve. Blind casting through really shallow. Through really shallow. I mean, probably through into about 6 inches of water and came down over about a foot or two ledge. And that's when it got hit. Right when it went from about a foot to about 3 feet. And so I guess they're just running that little edge down there. So, folks, it looks like we got another one on the chatterbait. This one hit really close to the boat. All right. All right, so we've got a speck on the chatterbait now, hanging out underneath. Whoa, come on now! I'm trying to help you. He's hanging out underneath a bunch of little rain minnows that we're schooling up. So again, big presentation. Didn't hurt me. Anyway, see you later, Specky. See you. And now, let's look at this lure swimming. In these shots, this jig is rigged with a 4-inch Z-Man paddlers. So here's some underwater video that captures both the erratic swimming action and the chatter sound that I've been talking about. This video was taken from overhead. Notice the side-to-side hunting action that this bait has. It tracks on a straight path overall, but notice the little changes in direction that it makes over the course of the retrieve. I'll slow down the video to half speed to make the action a little bit easier to see. And now, well, here's all the test tank footage that I took for this lure. And I'd like to dedicate the remainder of this video to all those people who would watch videos of lures swimming all day long. You know who you are. Thanks for watching.